love your Pikachu, it's so cute.
Aw, thanks. Oh, your Piplup is so darling.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's fight them to the death! Hello YouTube, this is Chriz Maniac bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. So here's how it went. I was sitting at McDonald's just waiting for my shift because I work at McDonald's. And then this guy asked me if I play Pokemon because he saw me just like breeding Pokemon, like just waiting for my shift. So I'm like, yeah, I play Pokemon, and I asked him for a battle, and here we are, we're in for a battle. And he said that he wanted to try out a new team on me, right? So I brought a team that is not really that OP, that OU, and once I looked at this team, I'm like, okay, I can handle this. Even though it has a Garchomp, Malgross, and a Kingdra, like I can handle that with my RU team because this is essentially my RU team. There's not even any UU Pokemon in here, just my team of RU Pokemon. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like someone in real life challenged me to a Pokemon battle. Like when does that happen ever? Well, like, I don't know about you guys, but that hardly happens to me. And this guy happened to challenge me right there. So yeah, that's really cool. So the thing that I'm not really worried about anything in this team, but with the Galvantula and the Kingdra in there, I'm assuming that he is going for the Sticky Web and then the Vehicle Meteor strategy with the Sniper Kingdra. So I like my priority here is just to not allow him to set up Sticky Web first of all, or to spin it away. And not to allow his Kingdra to get up a focus energy so he could start spamming Sticky Web. I mean, spamming Draco Meteors all over the place because that is destruction. That will be destructive to my team. Anyways, the game is starting, and this Silva guy, like in real life, challenges me in game. So I lead off with my Pharaoh Seed just because, I don't know, I just want to have Stealth Rocks right away, and I can just spin away Sticky Web later on. So right here, I set up Stealth Rocks, they set up Sticky Web. So we're both right here just politely switching hazards all over the place. And he withdraws Galvantula. And let me just say that when Pharaoh Seed deploys Stealth Rocks, it just looks so cool. All the spikes pop out. It actually looks like it's deploying Stealth Rocks. Anyways, I go for the Protect on the switch for his Galvantula, seeing what he does. And like he just hard switches out, so that fails. He goes for the Fire Fang. That's pretty interesting on the Garchomp. And that hardly does anything to me because of max defense, max HP with Eagle Eye on. So I can just stay in here and comfortably like just stall his Garchomp out with recoil from my Iron Barbs, and I can suck out his energy, his life, his soul with my Leech Seed and Protect. So yeah, he switches out over there because he knows he can't really do much to me. In comes Drapion, and then yeah, Point Stone is Stone Stick into it. I know he's gonna switch, so I protect the switch, and he goes into Drapion, and I Thunder Wave it. That's really good because Drapion is quite fast. Actually, it has base 95 speed, if I remember correctly. So that's great. I got Paralyze on his Drapion, so that's nice. And I separate Peter because I know I can wall this thing. He can't really do much to me, and I can just Rapid Spin away. And this is actually my shiny Armaldo. I actually got this shiny just randomly. 6 IV Diddles, our Japanese, are so OP. You get Pokemon so fast, and they sometimes give you an occasional shiny, which is this Armaldo. And shiny Armaldo looks pretty cool. Anyways, he set up Toxic Spikes, but it doesn't really matter because I Rapid Spin his Spikes and his Sticky Web, so that is great for me. I can just comfortably stay in here, take an Earthquake, hardly take anything from that hard body baby, just taking all of them hits, all the Earthquakes from all the Pokemon. And Peter is just staying here, just tanking all the hits like a physical defensive monster that he is, because he has max HP, max defense. Anyways, he switches out right there, he can't really do much to me. He comes his Kingdra, and that would hit me super effectively and on my weaker, especially defensive side, so I wouldn't want to stay in here. But not without doing an Earthquake to this guy when he switches in, and it does a pretty good amount of damage. Because Armaldo has still a pretty good attack stat, even without any investment, because he has 120 base attack, I believe. Anyways, in comes my Pharaoh Seed just to take any hit from this thing, because he's gonna go either for the Draco Meteor or the Skull or something, so I can just live those two comfortably. And if you like Pharaoh Seed, it's so good, I love it. Anyways, in comes Stone Cold. his Garchomp, and I go for a Thunder Wave, just predicting him to go to anything else other than Garchomp, but he goes into it, whatever. I don't take anything from an Earthquake, even though it does quite a bit to me. I missed the Leech Seed, which sucks, that's kind of annoying. I wanna keep my Ferroseed for later on, because he might, because I wanna take hits from the Kingdra. And then I know he's locked into it because I'm thinking that they're nice Choice Scarf, because most Garchomp these days tend to be Choice Scarf. And I bring in my Chatot, and I go for the, what's his face? The Chatot right here on his Galvantula. So, right here, my top priority is to take this thing out. And I know he's gonna go for attacking move, just seeking to destroy my Chatot, so that's great. Now he wants to up Sticky Web, and my Pokemon would not get slowed down by any sort of Sticky Web on the field, so that's great for me. I hang on my Pokesash with this Nancy, and I Chatter for the win on the Galvantula and take it right out. So Chatot is doing some work, as usual, because she's a boss, she's awesome. In comes Stone Cone, his Garchomp, and I know I can keep my Chatot for later on in case he wants to lock himself to Earthquake or something, or just for KO fodder. So it's just out right there. I go into Binky, my my banded Grand Ball, and I know I can hit him hard with a Play Rough. So he goes for a Fire Hand right here, just trying to predict my Ferroseed to come in, but I don't. And he withdraws Stone Cold. That doesn't do much to me because of the Intimidate and automatically Speed. So in comes Sleepy Mia, his Sylveon, and I absolutely annihilate that Sylveon with an Earthquake. That's banded mass attack from a Grand Ball, and yeah, that's a one-shot KO. Maybe that crit mattered because Sylveon tend to be pretty bulky, but that thing is 60 base defense, so I don't think so. Anyways, here comes Metagross, and that's why I went for the Earthquake. I was predicting his Metagross to come in for my Play Rough, but he outspeeds me. I thought it'd be faster than it, honestly, and then like destroy with a Earthquake, but he outspeeds me anyway. So down goes Grand Ball, but not without taking another Fairy down with it. And anyways, here comes Shane. I mean, it's not Shane, Shaquille O'Neal. You know, you get it. It's like it has quills in its back, and his name is Shaquille, the basketball player. Anyways, I go for the Eruption and switch, and I know I can do a pretty good amount of damage to anything that comes in. I stuff his Kingdra, and that almost takes out his Garchomp with a crit, and that is really good. Like that crit was lucky actually. Anyways, I bring in what's it called? My Ferroseed, just to like take a hit and just to like hit this guy with Iron Barbs and get himself to take himself out. So down goes the Garchomp. And my team's actually doing really good against these OU threats. My team of RU Pokemon. It's actually a pretty solid, strong team, I gotta say. Anyways, I go for a Protect here, just wanting to know what he goes for. And he goes for the Draco Meteor. So I have to sack something here because I don't want anything to fall to the Draco Meteor. I don't have much to take a Draco Meteor other than my Ferroseed, and he's already at very low HP. So yeah, down goes Dorian, my Ferroseed, one of my favorite fruit, because Durians are really good to eat. If you ever run into one, eat it, because they're really good. Anyways, in comes Shaquille. I go for the Eruption right here, and I'm like, oh darn, right. This thing is quad resistant to Eruption, and I'm like, derp, whatever. That does a pretty good amount of damage to it. It's surprisingly a 2-hit KO. So I just right there because I know I can't really hit it with another Eruption, and knock it out because of my lowered HP stat. Because Eruption's base power depends on my HP stat. And I can just go in here next turn and hit him with a Fire Blast and possibly take it out and then sweep his entire team because he only has Metagross left. So anyways, he was our second Draco Meteor, and my Rotom A, which is especially defensive, takes out like a beast. Oh yeah, he has Drapion left, but that thing would appreciate the Eruption. Anyways, he's paralyzed, so I go for the Will-O-Wisp on the switch, just thinking that he might go into his Metagross, but he doesn't. And that is fine because now he just hit this thing with a Hex that's boosted by that stat, by the status effect on it, because Hex doubles the attack power once it is once the other Pokemon you're hitting has a status effect on it. Anyways, I go for the Reflect and I take that like a champ because I put the Reflect up, and this Rotom is made to just tank hits, and Rotom does a pretty good job of tanking hits despite its like 50 base stat, I think. Well, it has a pretty low HP stat, that's what I meant to say. Anyways, I bring out Peter just to tank any hit from this guy and just to go for the Earthquake, because I know none of his Pokemon at this point would appreciate an Earthquake. So he goes for the Cross Poison, and I didn't predict that. I just wanted to go into my Armado just to take a hit. Anyways, I restore a little bit of my HP with my leftovers, and he restores a bit of his with his Black Sludge, and they go for the Earthquake. Does a lot of damage to this Drapion. Actually, never mind. That doesn't really do much. So yeah, we're both defensive monsters right here, but I have the upper hand because I have a super effective attack on this my model versus this Drapion. So he gets leftovers, so I get leftovers recovery, and I go for an Earthquake again, and it does a pretty good amount of damage once again. So at this point, I know I destroyed the strategy of his Sticky Web Kingdra plus Kingdra type strategy because he told me after the battle that his Metagross was dual screener, and then he would go in with his Galvantula and instead of Sticky Web, and then he would focus energy with his Kingdra and just Draco Meteor spam everything down. But that strategy doesn't work out because I ruined it. Anyways, he gets the lucky burn on my Rotom. It doesn't really matter to me because I can just take a hit. And I was just pretty much stacking off my Rotom right here. So my Reflect wears off. He goes for another Scald, just knocking me out. But at this point, it's getting really dangerous with this Kingdra because all my Pokemon that are left could get hit super effectively by what's it called? By a Scald, by Water type moves, and he could pretty much outspeed my entire team. But then again, my Chatot is actually a few points speedier than that Kingdra, so that takes it out with a with a Chatter. So yeah, my Chatot is doing some work. It's a good thing I kept this guy because. I mean girl, because if I didn't keep her, then that Kingdra would have outsped me and possibly he might have won the game from there. Anyways, I go for a Chatter on Metagross just for the heck of it, just to get the confusion on it, but he breaks through this confusion, hits my Chatot with a Hammer Arm, which is kind of overkill, but Chatot did her job of taking on a Kingdra and the Galvantula. Both of the Pokemon that are very important to this guy's strategy. Anyways, in comes Shaquille O'Neal, my what's it called? Typhlosion, and I finished that thing off with a Fire Blast, clutching me to win 1-0 victory in my favor. So that was a very good game, Silva. It's so cool to meet Pokemon trainers in real life and actually have them battle you. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you folks next time.